What's up guys, what I have for you today is a review of the Samsung Mythic A897. Now please note this isn't like anything new. This is basically just a feature phone. It's not a smartphone like we use these days. So let's go over the specs of this device. The models you have are the GSM 850, 900, 1800, and 1900. And as far as the WCDMA models, you have an 850, 1900, and 2100. This weighs only 3.8 ounces. The dimensions are 4.49 by 2.06 by 0.5. The battery life on this phone, you do get 3 hours of talk time, which is a total of 180 minutes. Standby time is 250 hours, which is 10.5 days. And this does use an 1150 milliamp hour lithium battery. Now, the touchscreen this does use a resistive touchscreen. Now, a resistive touchscreen is where it's done under 2 layers of film, and when you push your finger on the screen, you actually have to push a little bit harder in order for the screen to respond. It's not like capacitive touchscreens, for example, on the iPhone. You can just touch it with your finger and then it responds right away. The resolution of this phone is 360 by 640, and this is a 3.3 inch screen, and it has 189 megabytes of internal storage on here, although you can use micro SD cards to expand the capacity. The phone book capacity is 2000. So let's actually go over the interface here. Unlock the device. Okay, close that out. Alright, so this is running Samsung's TouchWiz, so you can basically, you have all your widgets right here. You can take one and then move it out, as I move this voice one out, and then I can take it and then move it back in. And you also have 3 home screens here to navigate, so you can put different widgets on here. Alright, now, how is texting on this phone? Well, the keyboard is okay. You know, it uses a resistive touchscreen, so I don't really expect too much out of it. Although the keyboard, it's kind of hard for it to keep up when I'm typing very fast. Please note, this is not my phone. This is actually my brother's phone. As far as the touchscreen, it's okay. Like, sometimes it's unresponsive, sometimes it is responsive. Like, I have to push a little bit harder in order to navigate. But it is good. And as far as the call quality, this does have good call quality. Let's actually go over the tour around the device. So you have your speaker for when you're talking on the phone, as well as your call or send button, your back button, and your end button or your power button. On this side, you have your lock switch. So you push it to lock it. You can hold to lock it again, or you can just use that little button on the screen, which is touchscreen. And of course, you also have your application button to get to your important applications here, as well as your dedicated camera button. On the back, you have a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash, which the pictures this takes isn't great. And of course, on the left side, you have your volume rockers. On the bottom, you have your microphone. And on the top, you have a micro USB port, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. Alright, so what do I think about this phone overall? Well, this is a feature phone, like I said. It's not a smartphone like we use nowadays. And this is an okay phone for the average person, but I think the best phone for the average person would be the Samsung Solstice, which is basically a smaller version of this, and the Samsung Impression, which is basically the phone where you actually have a slide out QWERTY keyboard. The keyboard you use for texting is just touchscreen, although for the average user, I do recommend this phone, although just please note that you will have some little frustrations a little bit here and there, you know, with the screen being unresponsive sometimes. And it's an okay experience in my opinion. I just want to give a size comparison with the Samsung Mythic so you guys get an idea of how big or small this is. Let's start off with my Motorola Razr, which is on a Go phone plan. It's actually not activated right now, it actually expired. So as you can see, they're about the same thickness. Maybe the Motorola Razr is a little bit thicker. However, the Razr is a little bit smaller than the Samsung Mythic. Let's bring in the much hyped phone, the iPhone. This is actually the 3G model. So let's stack them up together. As you can see, much thicker than the iPhone. Definitely much thicker than the iPhone 4S. However, it is a little bit smaller because you can see a little bit of the iPhone right here. And if we were to put all of these on top of each other, that's what it looks like. If you like this video, make sure you click on that like button down below, as well as subscribe for more product reviews. Thanks for watching, and for more updates, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/BenISoutGuy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.